Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our 2 booths in the 2 antique malls that we're in. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. And it's a rainy New Year's Eve day, and we're going to go work on our booth at Lincoln Park at Plaza Antiques. I want to wash the floor. I want to redo some shelves. I've been redoing shelves, but I want to redo the last one. So come on along. So we're coming on into our booth, and we are the aisle that's straight back from the cash register. So we're only like 2 back on the left side. So these shelves I've already done. This one here, we redid it with the oranges and yellows, and same with this one's the yellows and browns. And I switched all these around from other shelves. And the red shelf, which is kind of behind this pole. This pole is kind of a deterrent, but that's okay. And then over here I did purple and black on the left hand side and pinks on the right. So today's job is to take this shelf of all these green items, and we're going to wash down the shelves, and we're going to switch them on over to this blue shelf here. So we're kind of going to do a little switcheroo to give the booth a different look and to go through the items and pull things out from the bottom that haven't been seen in a while. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this shelf by shelf. It's a little bit easier. So here's a good look at what we have to work with. And here's a good look of the blue that we have to work with. So we'll probably start on the top and go down from there. Now this booth is a little bit smaller than my Maumee booth, so I have to do this in increments. So otherwise it's a little tough. I got the stuff off the very top shelf, the real tall stuff, and I pulled out a lot of the tall stuff in the green. My shelves are only so tall, so I got to make sure I put the very tallest stuff on the top. And then on this side, I put the blue up there, and I'm starting to put the green here on top of the original blue shelf, and that's looking good. Got a big chicken up there that was on the floor. I thought that would be nice to put up. And then over here I took the very tallest blue vases and put them on the top. Now this shelf here is empty, so I can go ahead and refill this one with the blue items. And I wash it all down, and I wipe down items also as I'm doing it. And sometimes I pull some things out too, just to make a different change and put some new things in. But usually if you just switch around the shelving and you kind of put things on different eye levels, it seems like it's all brand new to everybody. So there's the blue on that side that's already been done. It's looking pretty good. We got 2 shelves done here. Now we got to work on the third one here, and the fourth one, and the bottom one, which I'm starting to pull a lot of stuff out of that bottom one. So over here we have the very, not the top shelf, but the one down that's empty, and it's ready for green items. And we still have a lot of blue over here. So we're going to switch it around. So I put a lot of that blue onto the third shelf down. We're getting there. Like I said, I do it shelf by shelf. It's just easier. Otherwise, you end up with a whole floor full of stuff. And we got the green down here on the second shelf. And people can't shop. I mean, it's hard for them to shop anyways when you're doing stuff like this, but to have the whole floor covered does not help matters. So we got 3 shelves of green. Now we're going to be working on the fourth. And we got that blue there. And that one's shelf's almost empty, so we'll do a bit of a switcheroo here to have all blue on one side and all green on the other. And it's funny how different it looks, and boy, it really stimulates sales again. So this is something you should do whenever you can. So there's another, the fourth shelf down has been emptied. We got blue on all the shelving other than the very bottom one at this point. So it's looking pretty good. I don't have that front display like I have at Maumee, but I do things by color. I think it looks better when things with the same colors are together. And there's our green there. I believe people call that color blocking. I'm not sure if that's the proper name or not, but you can let me know in the comments if that's correct. And down here in the bottom 2 shelves on this blue has to be redone. And look at our blue shelf is pretty done here. We got most of our items there. All the very tall things on the top. That's looking good. And I got a lot of things off the floor, which I was really happy about. This one we still have to work on. We got the bottom 2 shelves that have to be worked on. but the top is looking quite nice. And like I said, this is something you have to do now and again. I need to redo my showcases too. That's one thing I'm going to be working on also. I wanted to do all the smalls and the bigger items first that are on the shelves. So let's take a look at our showcase. Take a look at the booth. And we have lots of hanging necklaces right there. And this is the front of the booth. And I have lots of hanging earrings on cards there. And over here I have a lot of sterling and some more expensive small items. Lots of rings. And the floor looks so much better. I did wash the floor. So much better. It was so filthy. Well, that's just something I need to do a little bit more often. And here's our green shelf already redone. Looks so much better. Got a few things on the floor there, but not too many. I try to keep my items off the floor if I can. So those last two shelves there on the bottom got done. And here's our other shelving. That was the same as before, but we just kind of straightened it up a bit. And some of the stuff that I had on the green shelf and the blue shelf that would go with those colors, I incorporated into that shelf because I had some room. It seems like when you move from shelf to shelf, sometimes you got some leftover things. So if you can move them into some existing shelves, that's really good. The blue looks so much better with hardly anything on the floor there. It's much nicer. And here's our side view of shelves that we already did. And I have tons of Vera Bradleys, as you see, and I've been selling a ton of those lately. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.